time to head to the airport. I've bought something in the UK. The big question is, am I going to make it home? So we'll find out. Is it a Cosworth? Maybe, maybe not. Is it? I don't know. But let's go. And fingers crossed we make it home this time. So here we have it. Porsche 911 996 Carrera 2, 1998. And it is black with a full black leather interior. Now this one is 1998, excuse the mess, but it's got full black leather. It's manual, sunroof. It's got factory fitted limited slip diff, and it's got the sport suspension from the factory as well. Now this car had amber indicators in the front, which I'll overlay now and you can see that. And while I was, it's got a pretty cool number plate as well, which you can see. While I was planning to come over to get this car, obviously those indicators I just dislike. I couldn't find a rear set that weren't crazy money. And as you can see, the amber ones are in the back here. You can't really see them through the glass. But anyway, I managed to get a set of clear ones that needed a refurb. And James did a great job refurbing them for me here at FCC Body Shop here in Rochford. And I brought over with me clear side repeaters, and we have the clear side repeaters on there, and it just really lifts the front of the car. We've got plate on the car as well. It's it's a fantastic car. It's 3.4. It's a 996.1. It's 1998. Cable throttle, factory fitted limited slip, type 111 for those of you that are wondering. For those of you that are wondering what kit is on this car, apparently it's called a Gembala kit. I've never heard of it, and I don't know much about Porsches. However, it's it's cool. And do you know what? I've worked hard, and I'm going to enjoy the car. 300 horsepower, rear-wheel drive manual, and I think that it's it's a nice entry level and a good investment as, something nice for myself. So I'm here in FCC Body Shop in Rochford. Is that right to say, James?
That's correct.
Right. I'm here with James, who is actually my friend. Right. You may recognize or may not recognize James from the start of the Cosworth videos. I bought the Cosworth that was stolen in Doncaster from James, and we all know how that ended, which wasn't great. However, there's two things and two people here that refused to take it on the chin and decided to make the last 18 months different. And we've both been on a journey, James, fair to say.
Oh, yes.
You've lost 8 stone, you've reversed diabetes.
Yep.
You're busier than ever with your garage or with your body shop. Your children are in awe of what you've done. And I guess since we left the last day, just how have you changed your life?
Mentally was the first step that I needed to overcome, the mental game. And then realising that enough's enough. I just had enough, literally just had enough. It was time to, what you say, take accountability and realise that I'm not going to be around forever. And I'm certainly not going to be around any longer if I don't make some changes. So, yeah, it was it. Hit the diet, hit the gym, and get cracking.
And the thing about it is, James had gone, we'd stayed in contact, and James had gone away on holiday, and you'd been pissed off on holiday, and you contacted me and said, look, I can't live like this anymore. And I said, right, okay. And we had a conversation about, the things that needed to be done and so on. And it was literally just tidy everything up and put in the work. And I still stand by that. There's no magic pills, potions, or anything else that are going to give you the results of looking at this man here today, which is like 8 stone down. 8.6s are 40. That's 48 kilos for you working in kilos, and that is over 100 pounds, I think, in pounds weight. So that'll give you an idea. And you did that by just making better choices, getting up in the morning,
Yeah.
going to the gym, and just being sick to fucking death.
Literally that. Literally just had enough.
Yeah.
And realising that there isn't no magic pill.
Yeah.
And you can just keep waiting and waiting. Nothing's helping. The longer you leave it, the harder it gets. The more crap you eat, the less exercise you do. And I had a trigger, and it went, and I acted on it. So if you get a trigger,
Yeah.
got to act on it.
Yeah.
And just stick to it.
There is a moment in everybody's life where you get to a point yourself, and you've heard it loads of times. You should do this. You should do that. It's like me when I was drinking and I was smoking and I was all of this, and you go, yeah, I know. And then one morning you wake up and it's like, today's the day.
Enough's enough.
Today's the day, and you have to get there yourselves. But James followed me online. But James is one of the rarest of people that actually actioned it and did it himself. The majority of people need that accountability. They need they need those weekly check-ins, and they need all these bits and pieces. But James summoned an incredible amount of inner strength from the pain that he was in, looking at himself in the mirror, feeling like shit, and grieving your dad as well, mate.
Yes.
And
massively,
and all of that pain coupled together equaled, fuck this, I'm not going to go out like that. And to say I'm proud is an understatement. To say I'm blown away with how a man, whether I know you or not, has done that by himself. It's an incredible achievement, and I've nothing but respect and love for you.
No, I really appreciate that. And like I say, I know you say that you didn't coach me or anything like that, but it's when you put your videos up and your videos are quite to the point, just sort yourself out.
Yeah.
And in a nice, soft but meaningful way, sort yourself out, because only you can. You can tell someone till they're blue in the face what they can do, but they've actually got to go and do it. And I think I've done the journey, but I still watch your videos because they're uplifting.
Yeah.
So yeah, my advice is to, if you get the feeling that you've had enough, act on it.
Yeah, because life, we know life is too short.
Oh, they just do that. Weeks, years, have gone, haven't they?
Yeah.
Another year in the rut.
Yeah, another year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, folks, the older you get, the faster the time goes. James is fortunate enough. There's one thing he'll never catch me in. He might catch me in the speed of his cars, but he won't catch me on age.
No, definitely not.
So that's it. James, thanks for your time, mate. I'm going to hit the road.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
It's fucking lovely to see you.
And you, mate.
Yeah.
Do not stop in Doncaster.
I'm not stopping in Doncaster, folks. All right, on with the journey. So I've left Southend, and I pulled over in a service station here on the M1. Fucking dreaded M1, where we watched the Cosworth disappear. But anyway, so my eating style has massively changed, just like James's, and I've gone carnivore in the last number of months, and that's obviously no carbohydrate, eating animal produce only. And when you're traveling, it can be difficult to find stuff that's good and find stuff that's within range or whatever. It can be difficult, or you can use it as an excuse, which I would say a lot of people do. Greg's, as you may or may not see, is behind me. I could go into Greg's and get some nice pastry shit, but I know I'm going to feel like rubbish if I do. Because I was in a different bed last night, I didn't have much sleep. I'm going to be on a ferry tonight. Don't know what that's going to be like, probably shit. And because there's a lot of travelling to be done, then the one thing that I can control is what I consume. So it's important for me to make sure that the consumption of what I'm eating and drinking, I have water with me there as well, that it's good. And it's in line with where I'm what I'm doing. So anyway, just makes me feel better. It will make me feel better. Now, just got to Birkenhead Ferryport and just about to check in, I suppose. It is 7:30 and the ferry crossing is at 10, I think. I'm going to Belfast for obvious reasons, for those of you that know the system. Anyway, the ferry crossing is 8 hours long, and I'm absolutely delighted it's 8 hours long because I'm shattered. I 450 odd miles done. The car went lovely, no bothers, all good. One full tank of juice to get here, and I'm full now to go back. And whenever I come to the UK and I'm driving something petrol, I'll always, but not if it's a heap of shit, but like I'll always put in the proper fuel, the Shell V-powered 99 RON, because we just don't have it in Ireland. And you notice the difference, even on a non-turbo car. You notice the difference, and it's just, fuck it, it's such a better fuel than the E10 garbage that we have back in Ireland. So that's it. We're gonna get on the boat, go to sleep, get into Belfast, and then get on the motorway and not lift. Well, I'll have to. I think I'll be fine once I'm in the Republic and I'm on the southern plates. At least I can not lift then. But anyway, we'll see. So just gone in and we're checked in, rather queuing up, and I think they are doing routine security checks. So I undoubtedly will get searched. That normally happens. But where we are here in Birkenhead, it must be 20 plus years ago when I got the ferry out of here before, and it's when I had my old Cosworth. We used to go to Blackpool to Motorsport Developments, and we'd sail in to Liverpool, but it wasn't on this side, it wasn't on the Birkenhead side. And the Royal Liver building, which I'm going to turn the camera around and show you now, that's where we used to board, and that's where we used to come off, as far as I can remember. But that's 20 plus years ago now. This place is really after cleaning itself up. Once I'm going to turn it around, you can see in the distance you've got Liverpool over there. Obviously that's the Mersey going along there. I can remember looking at that parked at that Royal Liver building, and I say it was about 20 years ago, and I can remember seeing somebody running on a treadmill at 4 a.m, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with those people? And it's just funny how things go, kind of, full circle, 180, whatever. Whereas here I am now, coming back, but preaching fitness, and why? It's not that I'm preaching fitness, I'm preaching to live longer. And everybody that's around here right now, no matter what their goal is or their intention is, I'm sure everybody would like to live longer, and I'm sure everybody would like to for the time that they're on the planet to actually be, compos mentis. So it's amazing how life goes and as time goes by. So anyway, right, next to board the ferry, get to the cabin and go to sleep. Right, in the cabin, grand job. And I just actually had food down in the restaurant, and it was surprisingly lovely, and the boat is surprisingly lovely as well. And I'm absolutely fucked now, so I don't think there's any Wi-Fi in the room. Not that I care about Wi-Fi, but I'm gonna put out the laptop. I got stuff on there that some work I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to sleep and enjoy a good sleep. So tomorrow morning, dock in Belfast, and hopefully a successful trip down to West Cork. We're down to Cork first. Now, just sitting in the car after my night's sleep, Actually had a really good night's sleep. It was well needed, and the ferry is probably one of the nicest ferries I've ever been on. It's actually nicer than the one we went to Europe on that we spent fucking 30 hours on during the summer. I don't really like ferries. I love boats, speedboats and stuff like that, but I don't really like ferries. But this one was nice. I had something to eat. I just went straight to sleep, which isn't ideally the right thing to do. You're supposed to not eat a minimum of 2 hours before bed, but hey ho. Anyway, I slept well. I must have a look at the data on my Whoop tracker just to see how I slept, but I know I had, I don't know about the quality of it, but for the hours that I slept, I slept well, which is good. So car's up to temperature, oil pressures are good, oil pressure is good, and so I'm coming off of Belfast, and what I'm going to do just before I leave the north is find some place, ideally Shell, and just fill it back up again. There's only a small bit gone, but I just want to fill it back up again because that Shell V-Power is 99 RON, and it's just really, really good fuel. So we're going to try and get as much of that stuff as we possibly can. I have a nice black coffee there to wake me up, and I'm actually meeting a client of mine in Dublin on the way down. This client would be somebody who I met on the Cannonball, who we struck up a good friendship with, and I'm helping him with his health and fitness, and I'm helping him to live longer, believe it or not. So anyway, we're going to meet him, and I should be in time then for Calum's game on the by the time I get back to Cork. So that is that. Now, I don't think I have anything else to report, so we'll keep you updated as the journey goes. I'm on the M50, well, trying to get on the M50, and it is absolutely fucking ridiculous to see the traffic. I don't know how anybody gets anything done up here. It's mental. And by the way, I've paid my M50 toll, being a good citizen that I am, and I put in the wrong reg. So whoever is driving IIL 911, you have a free toll through one free journey through the M50, because that's the fucking reg I put in, whereas this is IIL 996. So anyway, there we are. So if there is somebody watching this and you do have a Porsche and that is the reg, there you go. So yeah, I'm over by the airport, and it's, I don't know, I'm going to time it and I'll let you know how long it takes. It's now 10 to 9 and I've been 15 minutes trying to make my way onto the M50, so let's see how long it takes. Just to give you an idea what the looking weather is like, I've had the last 2 hours of driving like this, and it is it's after easing off a bit, but it's not ideal. Anyway, we're sticking to the speed limit, kind of. Made it back to Cork and just parked in petrol station here in Cork, and it is 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna get something to eat, and the game is in an hour ish, so should be all good. The weather is absolutely terrible, so yeah, not exactly the nicest day to be bringing the car back, but anyway, it behaved really well on the motorway, I must say, and the tires that are under, they're really, really good. They're Michelin pilots or something like that. I'll have a look at the invoices. I'm going to go through the invoices as well, and you'll be able to see all those bits and pieces. But they are really, really good in the wet anyway. So yeah. Anyway, we made it, and it didn't get robbed. Made it back to the garage, stroke gym, and the car has behaved itself wonderfully. So really, really, really happy with it. And I just want to take you through the service history and the box of tricks that came with it and show you all the stuff that's been documented over the years. And here we have the shoebox that came with the car, and in here is all its service history. So let's have a look at it. As we can see, we've got a spare set of keys. We've got a road atlas, tracker, folder with various different service histories and stuff like that. The actual service history, which we'll go through in a second. And inside here is the money shot. This folder literally has, I'm told, I don't know, any of you Porsche guys looking at this will know, I was told that this thing is rare. It's like a fuse number or whatever. Apparently that's its original one, and they're hard got. There is invoices from day one here for this car. Insurance policies, literally anything that was ever bought for the car, it's all put in here in chronological order. And so yeah, it's just it's pretty cool, you know. It's pretty cool. And I know by this obviously what's been done to the car, and I know that, like, yeah, I think this is all something that we all would love to have in a car that we buy. But I know for me as a person, it's absolutely it's absolutely fucking impossible to be this organized. But I'm so glad that I have somebody, that I bought a car off someone that was that organized, because there's so much good stuff in there. So literally going through all of this, I know that it's had its IMS bearing done. I know that it's had a clutch done. It's actually had an uprated exhaust system, but the car isn't loud. It has a tracker. It's had thousands upon thousands upon thousands spent on it over the years. And the latest one that's on there, we just flick back to it, is all the stuff that was done just before I bought it. Because the mileage, you can see it there, is 58,193, and it was just at 52,000 when I bought it. So let's have a look. You can see all the different. It's had, say, all its brakes redone just before I got it. Lambda sensors, oil and filter. Wax oiled all the time as well. That's something that keeps coming up as well. And actually, do you know what? As I see this thing here, they actually removed the, what's this? Removed gearbox. Passenger side from bulb. Removed gearbox and required parts to gain access. Replace corroded brake pipe. That's a fair hefty bill. I actually didn't see that one. Anyway, there's loads of cool stuff there. Tires, those Michelin Pilot Sports. They're there. You can see the price there as well. So there's another invoice back along there for like 4,500 sterling as well. So really cool to see that. Let's have a look at the actual service history and the stamps now. Here we have the maintenance record. The first bit of documentation from this car comes from 2000. Now, I don't know if this car was bought and just sat somewhere and didn't move, but a lot of the documentation for it starts off in 2000. I think there is some early 90s stuff there, or late 90s rather, because the car is 98. But we've got 2000, 2001, 2002, 2002 again there, 2004, and so on. So we've got from 4,500, we've got it documented all the way out to recently, which was 58,000. And that's its, we'll say, maintenance records. We've got brake fluid change and that seems to be kept on top of. Oh, here we are. Brake fluid was replaced just before I bought it, because the system was overhauled as well, by the way. So, life guarantee, status report after 4 years. So HRO, and I would imagine that's where the car was bought first day. So really cool. I would say that all this history that is with the car is 100% going to make it super, super valuable. And you know, the more we know about our cars and the more that we have history on it and so on and so forth like that, the more confidence that you have of definitely serviceable items and so on. So there we are. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for, if you've made it this far, hope you enjoyed it. And the content, as you've seen, you know, and from James's story as well, my style of eating has changed. I've managed to, in the last 12 months alone, you know, help so many people change their lives. And the channel that was the build of the Cosworth, and many people of you would have joined during that time, is now going to be, yes, still my own bits and pieces about cars and my journeys and stuff like that. But you're going to see a lot more focus on my main job, which is health, fitness, all of that side of things. But my known niche project, which is the work that I've done on myself to help me try to reverse aging and helping others as well. And if living longer is something that you are interested in, then you can check out the description in this video, and there's a link there to my free school group, and you can see what it's about and all of that, and cost you nothing to do it. Take a look and see. If you do want to reach out, you know, leave a comment below and we'll get in contact, no problem. And yeah, so I guess it's amazing how the last 18 months have changed so much for James. They've changed so much for me, and they've changed so much for many other people, and probably you watching included. And I think the one thing that we can all agree on is time's going so fast. It's passing us by, and nobody's getting any younger. And we really don't know when, we really don't know when our time is up. We all seem to think we're going to die in our old age, and I'm sorry to say that's not the case. So it's not, we don't know. The only thing that we do know is we're going to die, we just don't know when. So what my mission is to make sure that my time on this planet is to fulfill each day to the best way possible, and to actually show people what I'm doing. And if people want to come with me on the journey, I'd be delighted to help you. And if people just want to watch, then, whatever. But I've never been so more focused on this is what I am meant to do. And I'd love if you follow the journey as well. And like I said, there's still going to be cars included in it, and just my journeys around. I have a lot of things planned in 2025, so my journeys around the world and stuff like that, and different events that are coming up and so on. So that's it for me. That's the kind of transitional video, I guess, from I think it's more closure on the whole Cosworth thing than me getting pissed off in the last Cosworth video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you check out the school group, and I hope that you live as long as you possibly can. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you on the next video.